Man, I gotta tell you, I'm so sad.
Oh no, are you okay?
You remember how I went out and I started seeing your cousin Gen 3?
Yeah, my husband.
Your
My cousin.
So your cousin Gen 3.
Gen 3.
Yeah.
Are things going okay?
I thought they were.
Yeah.
She cheated on me, man.
What?
I know she's your cousin, man, but
No,
I just want to say,
her.
nah, man, she's a hoe and Hoan.
We're back!
We're doing part 2 of Gen 3 review. All that and much, much more on this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast. Run that intro. Run the intro. You want to have a conversation here? What's going on? What's going on?
You know what? I think
Super weird, but also really fucking funny. Super duper
why does it have
weird.
that little feather on its head?
I don't know what this is. He's got again. This is the generation for scrotums.
This was a great generation.
He's got scrotum arms and a feather, and he maintains the scrotum. He gains an extra testicle, and now they gave him a little mustache.
I think he's like. These are just like, what's so funny to me about it is that they're clearly like supposed to be kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like they're gross ones.
but like gross in the wrong way.
But like in a weird way. And also to me, they have like these little kind of uppity like aristocracy things going to them. So they're like gross and smelly, but they show up and they're like, ooh,
I do say.
Please pass the caviar.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What a weird,
like
gulping and swallow.
It's swallow. Can't you imagine like
how fucking weird
in whatever episode of television that we end up writing, like this is like a clickbait the show character where like they go to the shittiest restaurants.
It's this
and
weird,
this guy is their waiter.
It's this
weird
like Star Wars funny character.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to begin, but it's just weird. I'm not gonna talk shit about it because it makes me laugh. Yeah, but it's like what the fuck? Is this?
Where'd they come from here? Now
talk about a Pokemon that I love. This
Carvana and Sharpedo. Wow. Water Dark. I don't know if it gets much better.
This is our first shark Pokemon.
This was the first shark. It's scary looking.
Scary.
It's
angry.
Cool.
Sleep.
I love how like in the new games it'll rush at you real quick. I think this Pokemon is really cool.
It's got the cuts out of the fin.
Yeah.
This thing is bad. It goes from I don't care. Like you know me, I'm a stickler for species. Piranha to shark. That's totally okay.
That's awesome.
If you're gonna do it, that's fine.
That's awesome.
I didn't say it for seagull to pelican before because that one kind of makes sense.
I know it bugs you.
This is okay.
Yeah,
this is great.
I like Carvana a lot. I think it's the perfect kind of like first thing that you know is going to turn into something kind of scary.
Yeah.
I like it. I think they perfected it. The only thing I don't like about Sharpedo is that when you turn it around, it's just got that nub on the back.
It looks like this weird.
Give it a little tail. Give it
lean
something.
Too much into it being a torpedo.
Yeah,
and it's like
so it's kind of fun. Like this is so cool. And you turn it around, and you're like, what happened here?
Did it get into an accident? And I like how its eye glows and floats in the darkness of its fucking
so
gill.
So cool.
Ooh. I really like.
I think this was great. I think this was great.
Whalmer is goofy as shit. He's a little fatso.
Yeah.
He's happy to be there.
How hilarious that this thing is like, what is this like the size of what?
Ooh.
Of Texas? You know? How big
Whale
is this
Lord
fucking thing?
is massive.
I love
Why'd
this
they
thing.
do that?
There are sometimes there's ways that you can convince me to like something just out of pure gimmick.
Yeah.
And if you just make it super like big in one way, or if it gets like really teeny tiny, I like that kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Like I like a Lone Executor because its neck is so fucking long. Like I think all that is really good.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah, man.
It's
I
perfectly
love Wilmer and Whale Lord.
Now, Numble and Camerupt.
Numble and Camerupt.
What are your thoughts?
I wish that there were better fire types in this generation. Electric and fire were
skimped.
Yeah, they skimped a little bit because they knew they had Blaziken and everyone was going to pick that one.
Yeah.
Nubble is weird. I think he's kind of funny. I think it looks like he's got a stuffy nose, and he's like in the back of class calling.
Yeah.
This is what I looked like when I was younger.
It does look like you.
It does look like me.
And this looks like you today.
Yeah, that's what I became now. I've got these two big growths on my back. Camera up is strange to me.
I like what they do. I like the Fireground thing plenty.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly great. I don't know. I feel a little gypped that this is my camel Pokemon.
Yeah,
It doesn't read camel to me.
It's more of a yak.
It reads capybara.
Yeah.
It reads capybara meets like turtle.
We should
thing.
we should rename this Yacky Bear.
I don't know. It's just not. I'm not going to use this Pokemon.
I bet you we get a new kind of camel type thing at some point.
I hope so.
Yeah. We've
Mega
got,
Camerupt.
like 5 dozen cats.
Yeah. I even feel like Mega Camerupt is wrong a little bit.
I like Mega Camerupt a bit more than regular Camerupt.
Sure.
Because if anything, it's like, all right, at least I know what you're trying to be. Like, I would not know that that's a volcano on its back or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's a whatever. It's fine. Camerupt
It's a funny
is a
one.
sick name.
Yeah, Camerupt is great.
I wish he looked like a camel, though.
Yeah. I wish he
don't.
looked like he was erupting.
Yeah.
Torkoal, I did like.
Don't you wish?
I wish
though?
it evolved. I do. I
Don't
wish it
you
evolved.
wish?
Yeah. But
I wish
did,
they gave him a little more something.
Yeah.
A little spice.
Yeah. I could almost emus.
What was that?
I don't know. Look, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. We're not even halfway there.
Yeah. I could even buy a baby turning into Torkoal. And I think I would be on board for that.
Yeah.
But I for what it is, I think it's kind of funny that it's blowing out steam out of its nose.
Yeah.
It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Somebody stepped on his toe.
It's just not sexy enough for me to use.
Yeah, he's not a sexy Pokemon by any means, but I don't know. I like it.
I like it.
I think we were always going to end up with a Pokemon like this in Pokemon. You make 10 dozen games, you're going to have something like that. And I think that this is probably the best incarnation of what this is going to be.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
positively. Now, again, just like
I'm
why?
a spoinker.
Why'd we do it?
No, I'm Spoink stan.
Spoink is funny.
I'm a Spoink stan. I like that it needs to keep bouncing to stay
Otherwise,
alive.
it dies.
Yeah.
Spoink evolves into Grumpig.
Evolves in the Grumpig.
I'm a Grumpig.
Is
I'm a little Grumpig.
you are a little Grumpig.
I'm a little Grumpig.
Grumpig is to me they veered too far away. It's like not to me. It's like neither nor. It's not far enough away from it to be like cool, but it's also too close to.
It reminds me of the Snubbull Granbull thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where it's like,
bit.
why?
Yeah, what are we doing
You
here?
had something,
Yeah,
and then you went into this super weird direction.
yeah. No, I
This is exciting. If this guy shows up to my party, I can't wait for him to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
You
and
know?
you know he's coming too.
You know
like,
he's
gonna
coming.
be there, and he's gonna be like,
Fellas, we getting shit faced.
Yeah, hey,
Grumpig.
Hey, but he even looks like he's elbowing people out of the way to get in.
Ah,
Yeah, hey.
I don't like it.
But then he'll come up to you and he says, "So, like, what's her name?"
Shoot with anybody.
He's like,
Fuck
"Who's your
off,
friend?
dude. You're
Who's your
disgusting.
friend?" You know,
If I'm pruning, if I knew this guy, he's gone.
he's gone. He's
yesterday.
done.
Ooh.
Grumpig's out.
Ooh, he's gone. Another why they do it.
This is my controversial thing. I kind of really like Spinda.
Why?
I like.
Don't talk to me about design.
I like the way it looks.
I don't care about that.
Okay, I like Contrary as an ability.
You like Contrary.
I like Contrary's ability.
Okay.
I like its ability Contrary. I think that's fun.
But it sucks.
It's a bad Pokemon. I had an idea, and I know it's not fair of me to spring this on you, but I thought that we could do something where we should pick Pokemon that suck, and both of us come up with a fix, like a move that would fix them in one thing. Like we give them a signature move, and that would be a video idea.
Yeah, we should totally do that.
Yeah, because I have one for Spinda in my head that has been sitting for a while.
Okay. That's fine. I don't care about Spinda one fucking lick.
I like Spinda. I think Spinda reminds me of me on the merry-go-round. I think he's a little funny.
It's a gimmick that does not do anything for me.
Yeah.
Now talk about a gimmick that does something for me.
This is great. This is
Talk to
great.
me.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby.
Oh my fucking lord!
I like all of this. I like every little inch of it.
So it's this little annoying shit that you catch in the desert. Trapinch. It's this orange
Sand
little
lion.
hum nom 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 nom. Okay, fuck it. I'll roll with it.
Yeah, why not?
Train it, roll with the team.
Yeah.
Evolves into a dragonfly?
Yeah.
What the heck? That makes no sense whatsoever. All right, fine. So you're telling me it's a ground type still?
Yes.
No, Vibrava is ground dragon
it's
already.
Ground all the way through. It starts ground bug, then Vibrava is ground dragon already. I think.
I think so too. Ground dragon, and then it evolves into Flygon.
Yeah, man.
Flygon is so dope. Flygon is one of my favorite. I know I've said this like 7 times this generation,
but it is.
Flygon is one of my favorite.
Flygon
Pokemon.
is like the same way people really liked Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Ooh.
Like it's just a classic. Like I feel like as a child, because like you have like Garchomp or something. Yeah. That's cool, but as a kid, it's not like I don't feel like that's gonna be my friend. This thing.
And it's a pseudo-legendary. You have to wait forever.
I know, exactly.
You get to the 3rd or 4th gym or whatever, and you have your Trapinch for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. I
love Flygon.
I love Flygon.
It
feels like a companion. It feels like the kind of like Aragon. It feels like something like that.
I would always put Fly on him, and he would be my flying type.
Yeah.
And like, I would picture myself
flying on him.
Fucking Flygon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Flygon is perfect.
Yeah, I love Flygon. And then
he's got the goggle
eye
he's
thingies. He's a cutie pie, but he's really cool.
Oh.
He feels like he's like like your wingman. Like I love Flygon.
I love Flygon. Cacnea and Cacturn, not my thing, but I know you like yourself.
I really like these two.
Yeah.
I do. I really like these two. I think that it's a cool idea making a cactus turn into a scarecrow like that.
Yeah.
Is it, could it have been
laugh.
implemented better? I think Cacturn is probably, I wish it had fingers.
I don't know. I mean, it's Cacnea makes me laugh plenty. I like how he's happy and funny and silly, and I like how he's mysterious and dark. Dark grass, dark is cool. I just don't.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Sure.
It's tricky. We had 2 grass dark. We had Shiftry and Cacturn in this generation, and it's like, who are you gonna pick?
I'd probably pick Cacturn, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them both. I like them both a lot.
Yeah.
This always confused me. These two were confusing.
There is something too.
Yeah.
Because Altaria is very sneaky good.
Altaria is very good.
He's very good.
Yeah.
And he's a flying dragon, which is cool.
Yeah, sure.
Swablu, you get it kind of early-ish in the game. Maybe it's like halfway through the game, actually.
Yeah, it's about halfway through.
And then it's fine.
Yeah.
I was never in love with the design. The cloud thing is weird to me. I really don't like Swablu. Swablu's a little too stupid for me, and Altaria is a little too goofy for me.
Yes.
Altaria is a cool name, and it's a good Pokemon, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm running with my Flygon 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We're in another generation. I think I might have gone for this, but
if this was in Gen 1, I use this every time.
Yeah, there's a thing that I normally don't have a problem when the type doesn't match the look of it. But for this, Altaria being dragon type feels like an afterthought. It feels
we need another dragon type.
I know. It's like we need another dragon type, and this thing is a bird. We don't know what else to put with it, so let's just do that.
We don't need another normal flying.
I'm sure it's got another reason for that. Besides, I'm sure someone will tell me why. But yes, I don't know.
And then like Mega Altaria Dragon Fairy, that is a cool thing. But
I like that. I even kind of like that.
I don't like its design.
Yeah.
I don't like its design. I don't know. It's just there's something about it that I'm like,
Yeah. No, I know.
Zangoose, talk about a Pokemon.
Zangoose and Seviper. I feel like we kind of need to talk about them both together.
Talk about Pokemon that I want to love so dearly that I'll never find a use for.
I like these Pokemon in a weird way.
Rivaling reasons.
For rivaling reasons. For one, they feel like true opposites to me in a really cool way. Because
Mongoose
versus the Viper, and Zangoose will literally only do one thing, which is you put Toxic Orb on it and it hits Facade, right?
Yeah.
Seviper actually does a whole bunch of different things. It's got like really weird coverage and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have to have a snake Pokemon, you'd pick Dunsparce. And if you have to have a snake Pokemon after that, maybe you pick Arbok. And maybe if you have to have a snake Pokemon after
Maybe you
that.
pick Sandaconda.
Sandaconda. But if you have to have one after that,
Does Orthworm count?
you pick Orthworm. And so you don't pick Seviper. But I do like Seviper. I think it looks cool. I want to like it. It's got a cool like slicing tail type thing.
I think Seviper
cool.
is. I think these are two cool designs, two Pokemon that do things that I cannot express to you how little I am interested in.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a fun thing. I'm happy they did it. I'm happy that PokeTubers can make video essays about it.
Yeah.
I am not going to be one of them anytime soon.
Yeah.
Two badass designs. Again, but
badass
it's
designs.
just like you've given me enough badass designs.
Yeah.
Now, again, another couple. The old
This one
Ryan
kind of
and-
looks like, I was going to say, we were about to make the same joke. We were making the same joke. Wow.
The old Ryan and Ephraim
no.
of Gen 3. We need to break for lunch after this.
Yeah, what do you think? Which one do you think is me and which one do you think is you?
I don't know. Which one? Am I? No, because this one has the crazy hair.
Yeah, I guess that would be me.
This is you and this is me?
Uh-huh. And this one's got a great chin. Yeah, no, these two, nobody likes these Pokemon.
Rock
They're
Psychic
fine.
is cool.
Rock Psychic is cool if they evolved into one another or from something, maybe.
Then you have me with that gimmick.
Yeah, but it feels surprising to me.
Weird
that this
to
is
have
all
the
it ever
version
was.
exclusive thing going.
Yeah.
Super duper weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird choice. You did it wrong.
It's kind of cool.
Kinda cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't really do enough, you know? It doesn't really do enough.
No, it doesn't do enough. Not enough. Better luck next time, Toots.
Next time. Baboch in Whisky.
Now, this isn't okay.
This is kind of a lame fish.
Barboach is funny. You have high hopes for him. A little shrimpy shrimp.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I wonder what it's going to become. And it's like this, whatever this could have been, this is the wrong thing. This is wrong.
It is wrong. To me, it feels like a middle stage, and it needs one more where it kind of combines both aspects of
Perhaps.
it's a confusing thing. We also, I often forget about Wish Cash. There were
Just
a lot of water types, and I liked so many of them more than I liked Wish Cash. Water Ground is cool, but you just got Swampert, so it was why
if you're
would
intent
you
on
do
having
that?
a water ground.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They did everything they could to make this Pokemon something you would totally forget.
It's just like great value, great value Swampert.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ew.
Yeah. No, it's...
Talk about something that isn't great value.
Boy, oh boy.
Why is this Pokemon so often forgotten?
I don't understand it. Corphish and Crawdon
Corphish is hilarious.
had...
Anime?
Corphish.
Corphish.
Yeah, I loved it in the anime. I think it looks so funny where he's like... he's like...
Hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
And then Crawdon, to me, is so cool. It just it feels like it's crawling out of the ground or the water, and it's got this
Extra arms, and it's got a
rips you
star.
apart.
Sunken
It
eyes.
feels scary. It feels
Sunken
dark in
eyes.
a way. I like it. I think it's really,
Crawdon.
really cool.
Sick name.
This was
And
the
it's just
water
like
type that I used when I played Hoenn.
And I wouldn't hold it against you.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, two great water dark types. How
Yeah.
fucking crazy is that?
Yeah.
Goofy, silly, funny, incredibly badass. And Crawdon, the thing about Crawdon is he's massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, I love it. They do it again. Baltoy, Claydol.
Baltoy and Claydol.
Great googly.
I really do like this. I feel like with this they kind of made Solrock and Lunatone irrelevant.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like it? Even though they're not rock types.
I think
It
Solrock
feels-
and Lunatone might have been irrelevant the second that they were.
Maybe.
Put
It
out
just
there.
feels like this is what those Pokemon should have been like.
Yeah.
I really like how cool these Pokemon are.
And I like how simple Baltoy is.
Yes,
And then it
exactly.
evolves into this sick thing. And then, again, just talk about a Pokemon that's been improved with the 3D animation.
Yeah.
How these things go out, float around.
Yeah,
and
those
it
go around. It
spins and-
opens its eyes. It spins
Ooh.
around. It flips. All that stuff.
I like Claydol.
Does
a
it?
lot.
Yeah, I like Claydol.
I've
I
never
like-
once ran a Claydol.
I think I used it one time.
Yeah, but
I can't remember. I did like.
I
do
like them plenty.
Claydol.
I like them
I
plenty.
do like it a lot. Now these two, it might surprise you. I like Lileep and Cradilly more than I like Anorith and Armaldo. But I don't dislike those two.
As a child,
Yeah,
right? As
Yeah.
a wee lad.
a wee lad.
I thought this one was cooler because I thought this one was I feared this one was a little gay, and I didn't want to use it. But now that I am gay, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I can now, because I thought that these were its eyes the whole time.
Yeah.
And now that I can see that the eyes are here and
inside.
they're in this shadow of darkness.
Yeah.
This is a really
What
fucking
do you think
cool
What do you
Pokemon.
think's up with us? We just keep saying that we love all these dark, sunken eyes.
Well, I was talking. Yeah, we're clearly not okay.
Yeah.
We're clearly not doing too well. And then Anorith, I think, is goofy and silly.
I
And
like
think,
the look of it a lot.
I think Armaldo is equally goofy, but I don't want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's weird. It's like a dinosaur still, kind of.
And it's a bug.
It's also a bug.
Bug rock.
Yeah, bug rock.
And this is grass rock.
Grass rock. I like grass rock a hell of a lot more than I like bug rock.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
It just doesn't cut. It doesn't do it.
It's fine. There are worse fossils for sure.
Yeah. Big time.
But it's not. I don't know. It's not one that I'd ever really use.
No, not me. Not me. But they're fine fossils.
They're fine fossils.
But it shocks me how this has just been completely forgotten by everybody.
Yes,
I
yes.
totally forget this.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that fossil one, totally.
Now, this is a gimmick that I can get behind.
What a fun thing.
Ugly.
What a fun thing.
Ugly Betty. And then to this day, I cannot explain to you how back in the day you're supposed to evolve Feebas into.
I don't even quite frankly remember how you found Feebas.
Oh, I would never ever do it.
Yeah.
It's on 2 tiles or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's on 2 tiles and you had to go and talk to the weatherman.
I don't know
or
why
something.
they did that.
I don't know. I think there is a part of me that thinks if we were to ever design a game, we would come up with a thing that does that.
We're not talking about us right now.
Yeah.
Going from ugly, you have to do all the pretty things for him and give him candies and treats and take him to the pageant and whatever you need to do. And then it becomes this weird,
take him to the spa,
oddly horny water serpent.
Yeah.
That's a damn good Pokemon.
That's a really good Pokemon. It's fun to me. It's the same thing they did with Gyarados,
Yeah.
right? But it's different enough that it feels like, actually, that's kind of fun.
I really appreciate this gimmick. I like Milotic a lot, and Feebas makes me laugh.
Because it's different things. It's like Magikarp is this weak, puny little thing. It turns into a giant thing. Then you've got this ugly little fish with acne scars on its face. I don't know why it's got the pot marks. And then it turns into Margot Robbie, as Ray would say.
Count me in.
Where are the Margot Robbies in the world? That's what he was always saying.
What do you have to say about Castform?
Castform is such a missed opportunity for me.
What am I going to say?
It's got those honkers.
It's got those balls.
It's got those balls there, huh?
A gimmick that never quite worked for me.
Yeah.
I can appreciate what they were doing. I will never ever use Castform in my life.
Yeah.
I never used Castform. I will never use Castform.
I wish it got a boost or something. Like a stat boost even when it changed or something like that. There was a reason to use it or do something.
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. It's a fun thing.
I understand that it's a weather thing.
Some of them tried, they tried different things. They
tried it.
Different things,
didn't work.
right?
Speaking of trying a thing, what were we ever doing with Kecleon? Talk about something that they did and then just never quite explained it.
They had to have a chameleon, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't actually do anything the right way with it, right?
I just don't get it.
This should have been like the protein thing that Greninja does. And I think does it get that now maybe? But back in the day,
I don't know.
It had the worst ability. You'd punch it and then it would turn into the type. It was just, what were they thinking?
I don't know. Just bizarre, and he was always invisible.
Yeah.
I
liked that as a story thing, bumping into that.
Yeah.
That being said, if they gave this an evolution, I think I would reconsider.
Sure.
I think I'd be like, okay,
but you could
cool.
say that about everything.
That being said, I would say it about everything.
Now I know this is your guy.
This is my guy. Shuppet I caught a shiny Shuppet when I played through. It was the first shiny I ever caught. And one that just popped out. I wasn't even trying to find it, right? Which is really cool. And then what a cool Pokemon to have it turn into. I wish Bayonet was a little stronger.
Me too.
And maybe had one more type
I love
design
the
thing
zipper.
going
I
on.
love
The
the
zipper is so sick, man.
I love the zipper.
It's so sick. I don't really know why it has this thing.
Is
that like a tail?
It's like a little tail. A little magic wand tail.
A little magic wand tail. Maybe I'd like the design a little more if it was a little stretched out more. It feels like cover everything above the waist is perfect to me. And then it feels like this was going to be, it's going to be this slanky, creepy
they
thing.
rushed it. A Jack Skellington, and then they were just
and
like,
then they were like, no, just put that on there. Yeah.
And they're like, we need a little something. Give me this weird
something.
tail.
They're like, you have the Banette design yet?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's what
there
it was.
You go.
Absolutely rushed.
Yeah.
I like Duskull and Dusclops.
I love them. I love them. I think they're very, very
So
cool.
the cool thing about Duskull to me, again, similar to Sharpedo,
is the eye floating.
where it's a single light
that goes between the two.
that is just floating, and it's separated by the eye skull thing, and you can see it floating around, and he's got buck teeth. It's awesome. Absolutely hilarious.
And he's
it
got
evolves,
buck teeth.
and he evolves into Dusclops. He's a Cyclops.
Yes.
With a little mustache.
With a little...
And he's creepy.
Yeah.
He's creepy. He's creeping on you like a pervert. This is the generation of ball sacks and perverts, kids.
To me, I know this is the generation of ball sacks and perverts. To me, he's always kind of read like a middle-aged dad who's sneaking downstairs to put like the Christmas presents out.
Oh wow.
And he's got the mustache.
Yeah.
And then he's
and then Dad?
Don't worry.
It's Santa. And then, of course, Dust Noir.
And Dust Noir, of course.
Is awesome. Tropius.
What do we do?
He just did the wrong thing again.
It's a really cool thing.
Give me a baby. Or give me a mega.
Yeah.
Give me something cool.
This thing can be really annoying with Harvest.
Yeah.
I
like how he has bananas.
I do think he's got the banana goatee is kind of funny. The neck beard. I like it. I like it fine. I just wish I had a reason to like use it. That being said, I remember when I played the game and I saw this for the first time.
Kind of thrilling.
It was kind of really cool that you're like, oh, wow, did I just stumble into something?
It's kind of exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you get to that, what's the tree town?
Yeah, the tree town. God, that fucking tree town is so cool.
They haven't matched Gen 3, dude.
They haven't done...
They have not matched Gen 3.
But it's like they haven't even tried,
no,
you know?
No.
Maybe with Gen 4 they tried a little bit.
I mean, Scarlet Violet was pretty damn fucking cool. But
yeah,
it's the simplicity with the creativity with what they had available to them at the time.
Yeah.
In Gen 3 was just fucking unmatched, dude.
I mean, like just the town that was in the middle of the ocean that you had to walk the rafts to get to.
Unbelievable.
Oh, there was so much stuff.
All the bike stuff with your hopping the fucking things. Just unbelievable.
It was awesome.
Tropius, my one beef with him, and this is me being Captain Literal Man, is that fucking I don't believe that this thing can fly. I think that these wings are too flimsy and he's too fucking chunky. I don't believe that this guy can fly for 1 second. Chimeco, so this is a Pokemon that I remember as a kid being like, I like this Pokemon. And now I feel like I woke up one day. I don't know if I was 17. I don't know if I was 23.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that?
Why'd you like that?
He's a wind chime that does nothing?
Yeah. Why'd you like that? You're like
I don't know.
You're like what's his name? The guy from the poetry night that I did. He was always like, you like that?
You like that?
You like that?
You like that?
I'll get you a couple more of those.
Okay.
Get you a couple more of those.
Chimeco is a nothing burger.
It's a big nothing burger. I do think it's cute, especially if you keep in mind that these are its legs here.
Yeah.
And this is its like tail or penis. You know, I'm not sure.
Piss myself. It might be its penis.
Yeah.
That's some penis.
Maybe that's why you like this.
Maybe. That's why I always wanted one of him and one of Gardevoir.
Yeah. Aspirational.
Now let's get into a great Pokemon.
I didn't even mind when this Pokemon didn't have an evolution or anything.
I was never going to use it.
Yeah.
A lot would have to go wrong for me to use a solo dark type. Right?
Yeah, I know.
But sick design, unabashed.
Yeah.
Dope Pokemon, yin and yang design with the fucking scythe, devil, darkness, dream thingy with the fucking thing.
No,
and then you give it a mega. It's just bad.
It's awesome.
Absol is
it's
sick.
Badass. It's really,
Who doesn't
really
like
cool.
Absol?
Everybody likes Absol.
Yep.
And I almost as much as I like this little guy down here.
What are we doing? This is hilarious.
That's so funny.
They were just like, you know what? Can we just give Wobbuffet a baby for no reason?
Yeah. And it was like, because unless I'm an idiot, Wobbuffet's name doesn't really mean anything, right? Like, is it a pun?
Wobbuffet.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Is it supposed to be a play on something?
He wobbles.
Yeah.
Wobbles.
and he fets.
Buff. I think he's like a buffer.
Buffet, yeah, like a wobbling buffet or whatever.
Wobbuffet.
They just said, "Why not?
Why not?
Which I think is funny. I think it's so.
You like his little penis?
Yes, yes. Because to me, he doesn't. It doesn't read like that. To me, it looks like somebody conked him on the head. He's got a little bump.
That's exactly it.
Then
the thing for me, it's weird to wrap your brain around it, but these are his arms. They're not his ears.
Yeah, they're his.
And then he's still got
right?
this weird guy,
which is the real Pokemon, isn't it? That's what they always say.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. I could hang out with this guy all day. I think this guy's really, really fun.
Now, what do we have to say here?
My boys. I
Always confused me.
I know this is confusing. To me, Snowrun, he's really cute.
He really is.
I think he's really
I like how he shivers.
He's so I feel bad for him. Like I'm like, okay, come on, somebody get him a coat.
Yeah,
Get
really.
him something. He's
Yeah.
shivering.
I don't understand. I know there's I remember seeing enough about this that it's based on some Japanese story
Yes.
or whatever. But there's something about it where I need a very public explanation.
Yes. For why it's just
Why
big
this
floating
little
head.
cold triangle evolves into this floating angry circle.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks kind of like those guys from Doom. Like you haven't played Doom, but like it's one
I
of
like
those,
him.
Yeah, I think
I like Glalie. I like Glalie and I like
fine. I like Glalie fine. To me, if I was designing the evolution for it, you could give me a million different drafts. I don't know if I come up with Glalie.
Never in my life.
And I think it kind of deserves a better one. Like even
Mega
Mega Glalie, I like, but
I do.
It's hard for me to get because Glalie is clearly supposed to be kind of cool and like intimidating.
Yeah.
And you're just never gonna get that from me if you're just a big head.
No.
You know?
No. And then I understand the Frostlass thing that they did, but it's a Pokemon that I think is fine and cool. I'm not going to use them.
Yeah.
A Pokemon that I am looking for every excuse to use.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll tell you in my because I'm currently whenever I go live, I'm playing Pokemon
You've got
Unbound.
a Spafeel.
I have a Sfeel.
Uh-huh.
His name is Andre.
I
forget who he's named. Somebody named him. One of the people you can
in the comments below.
with just a super chat of $1 or two. You too can name my next Pokemon.
God, we're shills.
Sfeel, he's a little sphere with 2 teeth.
Oh, you don't say.
He's got 2 teeth, and then he evolved into a seal. Celio.
Celio.
He's got a little mustache.
Yeah.
He's still
Cutie
fat.
pie.
And then Celio.
Oh, shit.
Walrein.
Whoa,
Larry
whoa.
David.
Larry
Big
David.
fat walrus, sharp teeth,
Yeah.
ice water.
Yeah.
Big fatso. Count
Yeah.
me in, kids.
Count me in, man. Like, this was cool. This was
Count
really
me the fuck
cool.
in.
I liked this evolution line a lot. God, there's so many. This is just taking me down memory lane of all the different things that you wanted to do with these. Like you wanted to use them. You put different moves and all this stuff.
There's so many options.
Yeah, I really liked these. Is like feel like the cutest like little ice guy ever. Like they've just they. I remember in Legends Arceus, you see them and some of them are like bigger than you think they'd be. But they're like just bouncing around, rolling all over the place. I think it's great. I think it's so cute.
Fucking love Sfeel. Now, more ball sex.
No.
More ball sex.
No. This is the other gender. What? It's the other gender.
Here, let's start. So Clamperl, a gimmick enough. So like, what is Clamperl is fine. He's a clam with a pearl, and then you trade him with a device. And then either, if you want the boy angry version, he becomes this evil, angry thing.
Yes.
Which, again, similar to Dustox thing, this reminds me of, like, fart noise.
Yeah.
Poop. Like, you know, this, like, that's, like, whatever.
That seems
and then
odd
this
to
one
me
is a
that-
little too weird for, like,
I
Gorbis.
kind of think it's funny. He's got a little bikini.
Huntail and Cuntail with the breasts.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I think they're, I don't know. Neither one of these, I've never been a big eel guy,
I'm really not. I'm certainly not when they're evolving from pearls.
I weirdly like Clamperl the most out of this group. And
What's that say about you?
I'll tell you. Because Clamperl, I don't know if you remember this, but if you give it one of the things to hold, like because it evolves with items, right?
Yeah.
If you give it the deep sea tooth, it evolves into Huntail. If you trade it, right? And then the scale evolves into Clamperl. Or not Gorbis or whatever, right? but if you let it hold it in battle, it doubles its stats.
Really?
Yeah. And that's not with any other Pokemon. But for whatever reason, if you let it hold the Deep Sea Tooth, its offensive stats double, and if it give you the scale, its defensive stats double.
Wow.
Which is a crazy thing that they've never done again, and they absolutely should, because it's kind of really cool to let Clamperl, like...
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like sweep you. It also, I think it shell smashes, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I think you can do that.
So you can have Shell Smash on a Huntail?
I think you can.
That's kind of OP, no?
Yeah.
Did this thing ever have a heyday competitively?
I don't think so.
But the coolest design is that Gorbis is on the tail here, and that the Huntail shape is on the tail.
Not there. Yeah,
it's not really there, but it's supposed to be one of those. That's the coolest kind of thing. But who cares? Enough of that. Again, why'd we do that?
Relicanth. Come on. You're not telling me that when you went diving,
I wanted a Relicanth.
You saw that and you're like, "That's really cool."
It is, but it's just like it sucks.
It does suck. It does suck. It's not a good Pokemon, but it was a cool. You stumbled upon it. You're like, "Whoa!"
It is.
What are we doing down here?
It's kind of exciting. Yeah,
I mean,
right.
this game was the only one that had dive, or did one of the other ones had dive, but they didn't do anything with it. I feel like where you could go underwater and like find a whole other. There was a whole other map down there.
Such a good game.
It was so good.
Why did they do Love Disc?
Love Disc is stupid.
Why'd they do it?
Move on. I don't want to talk about Love Disc.
Okay. I don't either.
It's stupid. I don't like it. I don't like that it's not related to Alomomola, and I don't like Alomomola either. So, basic stuff that everyone has said before. It was just a place to get heart stones or heart scales or whatever.
I can't talk about Love Disc for one more second, or else I'm gonna
get
die.
it out of there. Oh my god, man.
Good lord.
Just the run. Just like the MVP run that we're looking at here.
Bagon into Shelgon into fucking Salamence. Bagon, little angry, scrappy dragon. And it's like, okay, still dragon type, evolves. Level 900. Takes forever to fucking evolve it into this little fucking ball. And you're like, what's happening here?
You're like, okay, wow, all right.
So
let's see.
Okay, so you're defensive. All right, now level 9 million. One of the
King
coolest.
Of the Dragons.
King of the Dragons.
Wow. The same way, like,
because you had the Dragonite.
Uh-huh.
You're like, that's damn good.
That's fine. That's good.
Tyranitar, damn good.
Damn good.
How are they gonna one up it?
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka.
Salamence.
That's so fucking cool. Wow. That's just a sick dragon.
It's just
and
like
good.
It was literally. It's like, wow, we're not even fucking around anymore, guys.
No, we're just giving you sick Pokemon.
We're putting a literal dragon in this game, and you get to ride it around. It's gonna kill everything.
And then you go, and then you're like, all right, man, what a pseudo legendary. Thanks so much, Pokemon. You're awesome. Wait. What if we gave you two pseudo legendaries?
Let's give you a couple more.
For no fucking reason, they turn around and they throw you a completely new spin on what it means to be a pseudo legendary.
Yeah, man. Wow.
This nondescript fucking little dumbbell beldum thing that's this ancient psychic.
You said it was Alexander Graham Bell.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever said on this podcast, and the clip got like 2 views. Nobody gave a fuck about that clip. That shit was hilarious. Fuck all yous.
That had me laughing.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever said, and nobody cared. Beldum evolves into Metang. I said it, I don't give a shit. Who's just like, all right, middle stage, where are you going?
Yeah. Wow.
Good lord.
But this is like
Steel Psychic.
This is when they were at the top of their game. You couldn't even begin to describe what this was.
No.
But it was. But you knew you feared it.
Oh my!
And a lot of people have said the same thing about our podcast.
I love Metagross.
Metagross is so
awesome.
Goddamn cool.
Oh, it's just a damn couple perfect.
And I wish I felt like they did anything close to something like that since.
So Regirock,
the Reggies. Interesting.
Regirock, Regice, and Registeel.
Oh my god!
All you guys saw was just like a little wipe.
We've had the worst day.
we were convinced for a moment that we just lost all our audio from this entire day of recording. And we spent about 25 minutes trying to figure that out. And luckily, I don't think that we did.
I don't think so.
I'm fairly confident that we're okay.
Yeah.
But
if it sounded a little off this whole time, you know now you know why. But if we hadn't been able to get that, Ryan would no longer be with us.
There's a non-zero chance that I say I am never editing another episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast. And we just whatever, if it means that I just can't afford to buy food some nights, I just pay a guy to handle it.
No.
Is what I would do.
No.
Because
what you would do is
what would happen
is I would start editing the podcast and we would get one every 6 months.
That's exactly right. We're recording. Recording now. We cut off. We have to re-talk about the Reggies.
We have to re-talk.
Can we finish this podcast in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's nothing more to. Okay. So here's the Reggies. Ha ha ha. So,
Reggies. Reggie Rock is okay. Reggie Ice is cool, but just a little bit silly with his little legs.
Yes.
And Reggie Steel is the coolest of them all. The bottom line is the coolest part about the Reggies is all of the puzzles.
All the puzzles.
We're laughing because we said all of this with way more passion.
Yes. Yes.
But then we got hit with reality.
Yes, exactly. All the puzzles.
I'm clicking Reggie Steel now, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do that.
No, oh my God.
This is not going well.
All right. So I'm going to start leading us into Latios and Latios. We kind of got halfway through this. I was never a big Latios guy or a big Latios guy.
I really just didn't care about them.
I don't know, they weren't cool looking enough for me to want to use them, and I know they're super powerful, but
sure.
I don't know, it just didn't click.
I always forget that they're Dragon Psychic.
Yeah, and
I always forget that.
Back in the day you had to really work hard. Remember, they'd fly around, it was hard to get them.
I just didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and there was a question at the beginning of the game or something that if you answered something, dependent, and you're just like,
I don't know. But I liked them once we were able to ride on.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really liked that in the new ones.
Mega and Alpha.
I don't really
and
like the Mega evolutions, but I
don't like. I wish that they did something different with the purples.
Yeah,
and just
I think it's kind of
purple.
I
wish they had the blue one and they gave them red stripes and they gave the red one blue stripes.
That would be good. I'd like that.
Nobody wants to hire me.
Nobody wants to hire you.
Just edit my podcast. Shut up.
Oh my god. I'm not peeking.
If I'm peeking this whole episode, that's another reason for me to totally kill myself. So okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's go to Kyogre first.
Let's talk about these bad boys. Huh?
Kyogre and Groudon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that they're damn near.
They're damn great. They're damn great.
They're damn near perfect.
Even down to the Leviathan, Behemoth, whatever the thing is that they're referencing.
Earth and the ocean.
And
land
all that.
and sea.
It's
rivaling.
It's so cool.
It's this big whale thing that's so badass and so powerful. This big, angry, fiery dinosaur ground thing.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm sure I prefer Kyogre and I'm sure you prefer Groudon.
Yeah.
And I will never hold anybody for any, it's just that's totally okay.
An abundance of spoils. It's just embarrassing, the wealth we've been given.
But both of them, unfortunately, pale in comparison. And that is not a slight.
Yeah.
If you ask me. Exactly.
What if that had been the next one, though? They skipped it? To Rayquaza.
I am not interested.
Oh, man.
I am not really interested in talking about how great Rayquaza is. Flying dragon, incredibly fast, incredibly strong, unbelievable design, sharp teeth, sleek, slender, sick, huge, green. I'm not interested in that conversation because that has been said
time and time again.
7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Yes.
Is Rayquaza the best legendary of all time? Is he? I'm asking you.
Before we answer, I want you guys to answer in the comments below and let us know. Put us in our place.
Is he the greatest legendary of all time?
Is he the greatest legendary? I don't know.
For me, I think yeah.
For me, yeah.
For me, I really don't think so.
Yeah, I really don't think. No, for me, I'm partial to Zamazenta.
I really love Silvally. No, I like Rayquaza so fucking much.
Rayquaza is so sick.
It's just another perfect fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Perfect fucking Pokemon.
He's so everything that all of it all of it.
Every single bit of it. Ooh,
The coolest little thing that they've done.
Golly,
this
brother.
side of the Milky Way.
How you feel about this?
Jirachi. I remember Jirachi was like the first mythical that I was kind of involved with and like trying to catch, and like I just kept hearing about it. And I kept hearing the kid, there was a little, you ever have this kid in your school when you were like 5 or 6 who's like, there's a secret Pokemon and it's got a move that kills all of the Pokemon in your party. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's Jirachi and it's called Doom's Desire. No one has ever used that fucking move on that Pokemon. Who's it? What is that? Doom's
I really
Desire,
don't know.
whatever it's called.
I think Jirachi is cute. I don't think I ever quite understand mythicals.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever quite get the thing.
I don't think most
But if people
do
love
anymore.
mythicals, then that's fine. I feel like every time we post. Good lord. I feel like every time we post a video having to do with a mythical, whether it's Pokedoku,
what it is to us.
everybody's like, well, mythicals do this. And blah. I feel like there's a lot of passion and angst.
Yeah.
Just like sort of underlying
Fury.
in the community of people who care about mythicals.
Yeah.
And that's cool, man. I hope you guys find peace and happiness.
Yeah.
I don't give a single shit about any of them.
Yeah.
Not a single one of them do I care about.
Yeah.
So Jirachi is cute. It's cool. I've said this before. I don't know why it's steel psychic.
Yeah.
It's a pinata.
Meteorite. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I
And
don't
it's
know
got a
what it is.
third eye.
It's got a third eye.
On
Here's
its
the thing.
tummy.
I was disappointed with Jirachi the first time I played it, but I do like Jirachi a fair amount. I think it's the same way that Dunsparce is a little scumbag. This is also a little scumbag.
Totally agree.
And I like working with little scumbags. Case in point, this guy.
Yes.
We are gonna kill ourselves.
I really can't wait
We're gonna unalive.
for the
I'm
last day that
sorry.
we have to do a Pokemon podcast.
Yeah.
And then here's another mythical. I think this is a cool. If somebody like they did the mythical, and I said I don't care about mythicals, and they say, well, how about this? I say, yeah, that's cool, but what are we doing here?
Yeah. No, I've been turning myself down. There you
Okay.
go.
It's a cool gimmick. He becomes. He's
think-
this version, and then he's the fast version, and then he's the strong version, and then
Yeah.
he's the fat version, and it's
And then he's the Ephraim version of the podcast.
all three of them combined.
What if it was like there's one version of him that's you on this end and one version of him that's me on this end, and the difference is that he goes down in one hit. No,
It's a cool gimmick.
it's a cool gimmick.
It's a cool
Deoxys
gimmick.
is probably my favorite mythical.
Sure.
I think it's like the one that actually looks cool and does different things. I think it's exciting. I think it's always been very good to use. It's good to my family.
Yeah, he's very generous.
The Deoxyces, they've been good to me.
They've been good to me.
They've been good to me.
Hey, you're a good kid.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's all she
That's it.
wrote.
That's
We're
all she
stopping
wrote.
recording now.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
What do you mean? What do you think? This nearly killed us.
It really did. There was no part of me. I want to say that, like, hey, man, I was really worried that I was going to look back and be disappointed or walk away, or I wouldn't be as excited and whatever. I don't feel that. I was exactly right. I was 100% right.
Yeah, you weren't surprised at all?
This is my favorite generation.
Yeah.
It will always be my favorite generation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it for sure has the best starters. I believe it has the best Pokemon. I believe it had the most creativity to like means to do shit. That ratio was the best ever. They like little basic shit. Like Poochyena is a bad Pokemon, but it has a little spice.
Yeah.
You can get Ralts in Route 1. That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
It gave you 2 pseudo-legendaries. That's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
The puzzles in the gym, the 8th ice gym where you have to do the puzzle where you're walking around, that's so fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best Pokemon game ever for me. I don't care.
Yeah, it's true.
If you want to say Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald, they're all the same.
They're all the same. They're all good.
And then just to match up, dude, the fucking remakes matched up with Megas, the best gimmick that there ever was.
No, they did good by us.
It's the best one,
Gen
dude.
3, they
I'm
always
not
did good
sorry.
by
I
us.
was
It's
right.
true.
I was fucking right.
You're right. And we told you. This isn't to spoil what we think of the other 2 generations, because we're going to get to those too.
Or maybe I think those are the best.
Maybe I think those are the... Hey, I've got a favorite game too, a favorite Pokemon game. I'm not going to tell Ryan, but you guys, it's Pokemon Rancher.
Pokemon Ranger was sick.
It's Pokemon Sleep.
Fuck Pokemon Sleep. What do you think?
I know. I knew you said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. This is the best generation. Not even just because of the roster that we saw, but everything that they did with it. It felt like a hard reset for what Pokemon could be, right?
Oh my god.
And then they were like, we're gonna set the bar. Never gonna do any of that again.
No.
The only thing I didn't like was the beauty competition. I didn't like that. That was girly.
I didn't like that.
That's not what we like.
I never like it. And I didn't like the beauty competition. I don't like that they made you do one beauty competition. I wish they just like didn't. I didn't like the berry juice thing where you just had to keep clicking. The gambling thing. Juice. I didn't care about that. I didn't care. I was in the fucking casino.
Yeah, you were.
I was
trying to
get
your points to the Porygon.
Yeah, I wanted that Porygon. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're listening on any of the audio apps, please leave a 5-star review. If you don't want to leave a 5-star review, leave a 4-star review. If you don't want to leave a 4-star review, please, guys, we're right there on the edge. We're right there. A 3-star review might send us over. So instead, this is what you do. First of all, you turn that notification bell on YouTube. And then this is what you do. You leave a comment. You leave all your constructive criticism, your questions, your concerns in the comments below. I respond to every single comment. That's a fucking fact. You can't say it otherwise. That's how we get a dialogue going. Keep an eye out for Pokidoku every single Saturday at midnight. And then if you just want to say, hey, man, fuck all that. We just want to give you money. What do they do?
You can become a supporter, a super fan, a membership.
Bell end of the ball.
A bell end of the ball. You can go over here. For only $5 a month, you can come over and see the shows early. You know, anything that we upload, it's there the second you want it. Right?
Immediately.
The second it's done, it's yours. You take it.
We haven't even put a thumbnail.
Now.
No, we have to put a thumbnail on it.
Yeah, do we? Yeah.
Because people can see
we have
it.
to put a thumbnail on it. The second it's made and there's a thumbnail on it, it's yours. It's your baby. You take care of it. I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
and then once a week, we can get on a little Zoom call together. You can talk to me and Ryan. You can also talk to just me if you want to.
You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. You don't understand.
Or you can talk to just Ryan, and I'll be on. I'll do a black screen. Something about. So we can do that, or go to fourthwall.com. There's a link in the description below. You can get yourself a t-shirt. You can get yourself all sorts of merch, all sorts of fun little doodads, gifts, gizmos, all sorts of fun little things. Maybe something a little unruly, something that you don't want. You're going to get it. I'm going to give it to you. Happy birthday.
No, you're not. I'm going to give it to you. Happy birthday. What the fuck was that? Why did you say that? Oh, my stomach's cramping. It's the dumbest thing you've ever said. We're not giving anything away. It's also happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Take it.
Good Lord. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye. You like that one?
That was so stupid. I thought mine was bad, but that's...